Howdy howdy everyone. So, I've been gone a little bit. So, don't ask what I was doing. I was getting milk, 100%. But yeah, I was gone for almost 2 months. Depending on when this video comes out, either like almost 2 months or exactly 2 months. Or a little over. But you know how it is. I had to get milk. They were out of milk, so I had to go to a different gas station. And I went on a road trip, essentially. I picked up a few hitchhikers along the way, 100%. All jokes aside, I might not have had any video ideas for a decent bit. However, I have come up with another idea. Technically, it's one I've already done, but yeah, you guessed it. I'm doing Utaite Impressions Part 2, Electric Boogaloo, because I have more friends that I can impersonate. So thus, of course I'm going to do that. Even though it's no longer April Fool's Day, it's still fun. I have 3 friends I'm going to be impersonating today. No, it's not the same ones as last time. I swear I have more than 3 friends. But, first up, we have Chiwi. Then after that, it's going to be Akiko. Then after that is Lyric. They all do have YouTube channels, so I will make sure to link them all in the description. Same as last time. But yeah, first up, let's go to Chiwi. Alrighty, so let's listen to Chiwi's voice.
悪い夢にうなされた私を早く越してどんなことでも始まりは些細なことでしょうどこがいいかなんて聞かれても困る綺麗な夜に惑わされたまま行方不明だから
Okay, so what I got from that. I feel like when it comes to Chi, a lot of this is going to come down to tongue placement and mouth shape. I feel like Chi has a mouth shape that's very in between and very consistent. It's not necessarily the brightest mouth shape ever, but it's also not very dull. It's not very dark either. It's like kind of in the center. If I were to try to replicate and also I feel like their tongue is kind of raised in their mouth when they sing, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, I just feel like the root of the tongue might be a little raised. I'm not super knowledgeable about vocal terms, however, I'm just trying to explain what I do know and what I hear. So, sorry. If I were to make a sound based on the mouth shape I think they're doing, as well as the tongue placement, like I said, it would sound like this. So yeah. Yeah. But now, let's actually try with doing some pitch. Obviously adjusting my pitch to match theirs. Let's see what I can do. By the way, I'm going to be doing all of these on the fly, so if they suck, please forgive me. 悪い夢にうなされた私を早く越してどんなことでも始まりは些細いことでしょうどこがいいかなんて聞かれても悪綺麗な夜に惑わされたまだ行方不明だから So yeah. Anyways, on to our next victim. I mean friend. Alrighty, so this is Akiko's voice. Also, I'm going to apologize in advance, Akiko. I'm sorry that I got an old cover. This was just the only song that I knew and could easily sing on the fly without having to memorize lyrics. Also, I'm going to be utilizing a little bit of my general knowledge of how Akiko sings to do this. No, I didn't ask him. I just have noticed things because I don't ask people. That would be cheating. I have to guess. That's the fun of the challenge. Is to analyze for myself. But I'm going to use a little bit of my more recent knowledge that I have on how he sings to really try to replicate more of his sound in general rather than just in that cover. Like, for example, his sound, I think he utilizes a little bit more nasal. And also, one thing I have noticed, he didn't do it so much in that one, but he does this a lot. At least in like every sound sample he's freaking sent on Discord. He loves growling. Like, oh my gosh. This man loves a good growl. He loves to add a bit of grit on pretty much anything he can get his hands on. So I'll be implementing that. I feel like his mouth shape, despite being a little more nasal, I feel like his mouth shape I feel like his mouth shape is a little more general, if not maybe a little darker than Cheese. So let's just trying to match his pitch. Let's see what I can do. Hirari harari onna no ko, fuari fuari sotoba no so, sorete tsumari osome na kyou kanjou de kiriaru hegao de appurpur. I would like to apologize again for essentially making bootleg versions of every single one of my friends. I am extremely sorry to all of you who are going to be watching this, because I know you will. Okay, so we're on to our final friend. This one is Lyric, aka Lyrics of Lament. And they actually have quite a fluid voice, so it was tough trying to find a sample that would be like perfect to show off all their strong points. Because like fluidity is really like also one of their strong points, so it's like kind of tough, because it's either like they're super soft and like gentle and graceful, or they're like really going hard on like the diva playful energy. And I wanted to try to find, I think the playful energy really shines the best with them, so I picked one of the samples that they sent me that I think is going to really show off that playful energy, and I think it will be really important to mimic it when I do my impersonation. That's why I'm going to be really focusing on, trying to analyze the technique of that. So let's listen to it. あ, I love that ending. Oh my gosh. Okay, so one thing I will say, their voice really reminds me of... Have any of you all seen Kakegurui? If any of you know of that, it really reminds me of the first opening song of Kakegurui. The opening thing of that. I think it was called Deal with the Devil. But anyways, their voice really reminds me of that. How it's like so playful and like just lively, kind of bubbly, always like bouncing around, so much energy, like absolute like kind of diva vibes, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it. But you'll get what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of energy, a lot of sass to it. So anyways, let's try it out. 暗い暗い深海ベルに包まれるわララララララブかうまいうまい叶わな願いは打ち上げられささささとるさるか届け届けそれでも光はついえ皆もその遥かるぶか暗い暗い未開の思いは足らぬ足らぬ至らぬはラブかラブかララララブかラブなのか Hopefully that was good enough.